That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hard Luck Show. I'm your certified, qualified host, Steve Lucky Luciano. Today, this morning, we got Sean Lewis.
That's right. Sean Lewis, certified audio professional, engineer for the Hard Luck Show.
That's old Blue Eyes. And on my left, I got Big Pig Mike.
What's up, Mr. Earbuds? What's going on? Annyeonghaseyo.
Yeah.
Koreano. And konnichiwa.
If you haven't noticed already, it's all about the Supermax team today. Everybody.
That's right.
Supermax. So get out there and get the Supermax, right? What was that? What is that that's coming up on the feed? People are asking, where's Chumahan? Where's Chumahan?
Chumahan.
Well, let me tell you a little.
He had a little disturbance in the neighborhood.
A little disturbance in the neighborhood. So we were just setting up to do the show, and we were probably about 15 minutes away from getting set up. Right? Started.
Right.
And Juman's engaged, and he's doing his thing, and all of a sudden his phone starts blowing up, and he's answering. He's like, "Whoa, what? What do you mean? Where's he at? Are you safe? Where's the baby?" We're hearing all this stuff. We're like, we start kind of leaning over towards Juman. We start kind of paying attention. He's not looking at us. He's real intent on the phone. He's like, "Well, who did you break into? Did you call the cops?"
Right.
And sure enough, his wife is at home alone with the baby. Somebody supposedly was trying to break into the home next door, some guy, and who knows? I guess I don't know. I don't know what's going on exactly, but I guess
I'm sure we'll get the full scoop.
Called or something, and she was concerned, and so was Chuman. He was like, "Hey, bro, she's at the house with my daughter. She's alone. She's scared. I gotta go." So we all understood that, of course. And so, Juman's not here right now.
Gotta keep your family safe.
That's right, man.
Skippy.
Because, you get married, you have a certain sort of priorities to that person. You have a kid, you got, So, he's off doing the right thing. And just, so none of you guys start crying, getting upset, catching feelings. He's going to join us. He's going to join us via Zoom or whatever the fuck it is that we use. Riverside. Riverside, California. He's going to join us from He'll join us live from Riverside.
All the way in the IE.
Yeah.
Hey, can you break down the
what's up?
The tickets for our guests? Because I think we had a change of requirements or whatever since the last show, right? You're looking at me crazy.
What do you mean change your requirements?
Last time it was like share 10 people or whatever.
No, well, for one, Sean, this show's not going to come out until next week, and things going to be done.
Oh, fuck. All right.
So
my bad.
I already said a bunch of stuff on IG Live. I mean, on a recording today, and so we've got some things. So, anyways, when you hear that, what we're talking about now, you have already come out the other end of it.
You've already seen the show. You were already there.
Yeah, you are there. So, anyways, it's been a crazy fucking week.
Yeah.
Hey.
You good?
Jumahan, welcome to the show. We've been waiting for you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's echoing on this side. Old Blue Eyes is handling it.
Well, Jumahan has joined us. He's in full camo and face war paint. He's running. He's got a gun strapped to his back, a hunting knife. He's got a hunting knife on his side. He's got a thing of mace. I think this guy's ready for World War III. Did you find the guy? Did you fucking get the kill or not?
Well, in actuality, my wife called the police. The neighbors were home next door, and they don't know who that guy was. And the neighbor next door did see him. The 4 neighbors have come out. They gave a description to the police. My daughter saw everything. So
what?
Damn.
Your daughter?
Telling me about the police. Yeah, because she was outside.
Oh,
in the
right,
when this
right.
guy
She
came around.
Wow. That's crazy.
So my wife is actually thankful that I'm here. She's obviously shaking, a little bit upset. My daughter said, "Come here, Tiga.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come on the camera because you're not old enough yet, but say, hi, everybody. Say, hi, everybody. You can say it. Say, hi. Say, I am Princess Elsa.
Hi.
Can you say that? Right there. Sean, put your face there. She knows you. Look, that's Uncle Sean. Say, hi.
Hello.
Say, hi, real loud. Go, hi.
Yeah.
A hard luck exclusive.
Angel.
Yeah.
Don't look over there. Don't look over there because we don't. So we don't let Tigger go to be on the internet yet because she's not old enough to give consent. She can do that when she gets older, but she was so happy to see Papa when he came home.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
And she said to my wife, she said, Papa, la policía estaba aquí. And she said there was a strange man next door, right? She said, yeah.
Yep.
And then, but also she has her dolls in a big tub with soap and water. She's washing her hair at the same time.
Priority.
So what's going on?
Yeah.
I love you, baby. Mwah.
That's wonderful.
I'm just gonna be right here, okay? All right, she's got to go to bed pretty soon.
Yeah, and so
I kind of want to get out one of my guns and
why not?
Okay.
Oh, look at him. That didn't take long. Hey, wow.
Damn, dude.
I mean, shit, maybe we need a
walk-in closet right there.
Yeah, I mean, what the heck?
It's like
Right there. It's not even fucking. Is it locked up or not? Is it just
I think this might be one of the legal ones.
Yeah?
This one's still got the serial number on it.
What is that?
See. Sean, take a look at this. What do you think I'm holding up right here?
Huh? 30-06.
It's a pellet gun.
30-06 is right, my good man.
Damn, dude.
This is my rifle. This is my. How does that go?
Yep.
This is my rifle. This is my cock. Or what? Remember, dude? Anyway,
that shit's gonna go.
So
off
yeah, I
in
got
your
the
hand.
guns out.
Yeah, keep it out, man. You don't know if that guy's fucking still fucking stumbling around your neighborhood.
Dude, I'm on night watch.
Yeah. Keep gallo.
But like you were saying, things are going crazy right now.
Man, bro, I sent, me and the team throughout the week, we exchange different things. And we don't just exchange Instagram posts. I mean, we exchange everything. News posts, updates, our little hard luck circle. And I've been posting and popping things up in our little group chat. But I shot something in on Wednesday to the team, and I was like, there's so much fucking news about the fuel and the oil, and Russia's doing this and wiping out Africa's debt, but the Chinese want to do that, and India's going to move to rubles and this, and everybody's out to fuck the United States. And I'm just so confused with all of it, brother. And I really hope that maybe you could make some sense of it for some of me and my listeners on what the fuck is going on, bro. Or if you could help us a little bit, Shuman.
Well, I think for sure if we're not in World War III, we are in pre-World War III right now.
And let me ask, before you go any further, Shuman, how do this may be what war looks like at this stage in a lot of ways. Like when you say we might be in World War,
like from a technological and sociological situation, this is what the war might be like.
Right, we're putting restrictions and this and tariffs and that and cutting out that guy and so it's already almost like a war that just nobody's pulled the trigger yet.
Right, and then everybody does pull the trigger. I'm ready. I got a scope on my shit, 1,000 yards out. Fucking. The thing of it is that half of the war usually, or maybe 75% of the war is economic around the world. That's number one. Mm-hmm. So before any shots are fired, I actually think that by the time you get to a real military or, violence fight, you're in the last stages of a war. Like what Russia and Ukraine is in the last stages of a war.
Everything else has been done that could be done.
Right. And let's just take a moment. I think so part of the problem is if you look at the news on a daily basis, it can be very disorienting for sure. Because like 1 minute you're hearing that, you got Big Pick Mike telling everybody like, what about Brit? They're switching out. They're going to switch over to the gold system. That's going to disrupt blah, blah, blah. And you're like, whoa, that is true. Mm-hmm. Then you hear about China and everybody deciding to tie their products to the yuan, which is the Chinese dollar. And you think, God damn, what's going on? Then you hear about Israel Netanyahu and they're suspending the Supreme Court in Israel. But what does that mean? And so that's in flux. The war in Ukraine is going on over a year, I think, by now. And Ukraine's making noises that they're going to take back the Crimea.
What does that mean?
Before all of this started, Putin took over a piece of the Ukraine called the Crimea, part of which is like maybe one of the most important ports in that area, especially if you want to try to like be able to run a navy, armed, submarines, you want to motor those out. You probably, if you're stuck and landlocked in a lot of ways, the way a lot of Russia is, you're going to want that to get to the southern or the Mediterranean or whatever. That's probably your best bet. So Putin took that over and people were a little upset about it, but nothing was ever done. If you recall, it was just kind of like, oh, okay, well, it's not enough to go to war over. Ukraine was kind of crying about it. And then it was just kind of laid there. And that maybe was like 6 years ago, maybe a little longer, but nothing was done. And the idea at that time was that Russia was so powerful in that area. What could be done? And let's not forget, sometime before that, you had Russia, poisoning people. Do you remember that? Do you remember somebody was poisoned in London? Some diplomat and his daughter, and they forever now they died. And then some other guy in Georgia, not Georgia, America, but Georgia over there, or in the Ukraine, the Orange Revolution. What was that? Guy got poisoned with something. They're pretty sure it was the FSB, the Russian, military intelligence. And the guy forever now, his face looks like a cruller. Like he almost died and then he just had bumpy skin for life. I mean, so there's, always been this sort of something's going on. We're not 100% sure what it is. Now where we're at a different phase. So when Ukraine says, not only are we going to kick Russia out of what they had, but we're going to take back the Ukraine. What's up, baby?
Can you give me the strawberry ice cream?
I got to get the strawberry ice cream. Yeah, baby?
Hold on. No.
You're going to come in here?
The pressed one.
The pressed strawberry. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what... Okay.
A hard luck exclusive.
There you go.
He's got the 45 in the freezer.
Yeah, we have like 2 refrigerators, one in the main one, and then one out here, and then also one of those bench freezers.
Are you in the garage right now?
Nice.
I eat a lot of frozen fruit, so it's just stacked high with like frozen blueberries and bullshit.
Are you in the garage?
I am in the garage.
Okay, all right.
That's where I'm allowed to be.
Fuck. Son of a gun.
I'm allowed to be in the garage because
it's not attached to the house. That's right.
I'm permitted. My walking space is between the garage and half the kitchen.
It's your parameter.
No, it's because we're going to be putting the baby down and I'm running these shows, so I got to be out in the garage. Otherwise, I'm going to be talking loud and the baby's never going to go to sleep.
They're also, I heard that, and then they also throw in that fucking Russia wiped out Africa's debt of 200 billion or 20 billion or some shit. And we're wiping that out. And now let's sit down and make nice, It's a lot of...
Yeah, and the other weird part of it is like, maybe 3 days ago, I came home and my wife's like, hey, what do you think about what's going on with the BRICS? And I'm like, what? Have you been talking to Big Pick Mike? Like, why am I... What? They're switching over to the Chinese dollar. What is your take? And I'm like, I don't know, babe. It's, 9:30 at night. And I started thinking about it and I'm like, so what? So what? I asked my wife at the time, let's say they do switch over to the Chinese dollar, right? Brazil, Russia, India, and China decide we're all putting everything over to the Chinese dollar. I'm like, and then? Like, what happens then? And then remember, we were hearing like Saudi Arabia is going to be, they got peace with China, with Iran again. And now, maybe Saudi Arabia will join the BRIC countries, And then not too long ago, it turns out that Saudi Arabia donated $400 billion to the Ukraine. Wow. And then remember, Xi visits Putin and these two yo-yos are in Russia and they're like, drinking grappa or whatever other kind of hard liquor and toasting each other. And this is going to be beautiful. And then Xi leaves and now Macron is in China trying to talk some sense into Xi. Putin doesn't feel that it went well with China actually. And that's why he's trying to put nukes into Belarus. It's a lot of shit going on, Big Lux.
God damn, man. And I think with the flux of so much information flowing out there, it just gets overwhelming. I can't even thread the needle, bro. But the overall feeling of it feels like, it feels like something's up. It just feels like something's up. And it feels like a lot of people around the world may be frustrated with us. I don't know.
Look at that garage. It's a mess.
Look at that.
Probably gonna get in trouble
you put the
for showing
light
that,
on.
but I don't care.
Yeah.
No, it is. It is. And I'll tell you another reason why, dude. Three things. Number one is, probably it's always been like that. I want to say, like we just didn't hear about it. So you didn't have, when you only had 5 channels and a couple of major magazines, you didn't have as much detail coming about small shit that probably nobody would have heard about 50 years ago. You just wouldn't have heard about it.
Right.
Then, of course, you've got multiple points of view. So you have, maybe there's defense contractors who want us to get really invested into what's going on in the Middle East. And then you have maybe people who are selling gold, right? I mean, how do we know? People who are into selling gold, maybe they want to talk about the possibility of BRICS switching over to a gold, blah, blah, blah. I mean, who knows?
Right.
So you're hearing about more shit. Now there's more points of view. And one of the things that, if you really are trying to stay on top of stuff and you're not actually at the meetings, it's impossible because there's always something between you and whatever the event is. There's a reporter, an article, a video, or whatever. So how the fuck can you make heads or tails of any of it? And I don't think you 100% can. And my strategy is to think about what it is that they are reporting. Like, why are we being told that? Why is that coming out? Why are we allowed to hear about that? And then, maybe cross-check that with my understanding of history up to this point. And then also try to understand from a strategic point. And I think at the bottom of it, at the very bottom of it, I think that it always comes back to force. At the end of the day, you can talk all the shit you want to talk. I mean, you can theorize and you can fucking, feel around your nodules. But if you don't have a gun, if you can't kill the other person, or if they don't think you can kill them, then it's bullshit. At the international level. Like, 2 human beings, maybe there's a little bit of a difference, but between 2 nations, between China and the United States, unless you guys think that you could kill each other, it's all a bunch of bullshit. Everything else is just bullshit. So I look at that, and when you think about force, you go, okay, well, who's got the best military tech? Like if you were, let's say you were in Bahrain, right? And you were like, okay, I'm not trying to take over the world, but I just want to make sure my country and anybody who hates me in my country, and then everyone in the surrounding neighborhood countries treats me with respect and doesn't fuck with my business. Who are you going to look to for the best weapons?
Us.
The U.S.?
Right.
U.S., man.
Right. So let's say you're in Bahrain and you've got 3 trillion, whatever. Remember, Big Lux, you were like, man, whatever trillions it was in 1 year, it's crazy, right? You have that amount of money. And so you've got some arms dealers, right? Countries. You got the United States, who says, guess what? We've got these drones. These are the capabilities. We can melt down. You will be able to melt down anybody in a 10-mile square radius. But it's a lot of money. And it's the latest tech. China goes, you know what? Ours is medium priced. It can almost do what that one does. It's pretty good, right? And you go down the line. If you've got the money, who are you going with? You're going to buy the top tier death machines. That's what the United States exports. That's what we really do. And the side piece to that, right, is it's not like a wide open market for nations. Now, warlords, one-offs, Contras, people, guerrillas,
Yeah.
Right. They might be able to
White
get a
supremacists
thing of Stinger missiles or that. But when we're talking about, no, we're going to deliver you Abrams tanks. We're going to deliver you a nuclear sub. You're
Israel.
the only person with a nuclear sub on this side of the world.
Israel.
All that kind of shit. You're only going to go to a couple people. You're not going to, when Australia wanted to buy submarines, we sold them the submarines. And that was a deal that was made last year, and it pissed France off. Like France was pissed. And there is, the store is not wide open. So if we're building submarines for somebody, imagine this. It's not like we have 1,000 just sitting in dry dock. They might actually have to be constructed. And we're only going to be able to put out, 8 this year. So you can have 1. And then think about how much the price goes up when we divvy it out against competing players. Really think about that. And then, right, who else is out there that's going to be able to sell? Maybe England, but how big is their manufacturing? Right. France, how big is their country? Italy? Is anyone buying Italian weapons at that level? So in the old days during the Cold War, and I read this article and I was telling you about it, Big Lux, it made a lot of sense. They said there was only 2 real shops that people went to in the Cold War. You either went to the Soviets or you went to the Americans. And, right, both sides would have restrictions on who could have access to what. Because there's no way that the United States is going to sell top tier weapons to a country that's allied with the Soviet Union.
Correct.
That ain't going to happen. Okay. And vice versa. So who, I'll ask the group here, who do you think supplied the Chinese when they didn't have shit?
Soviets.
That's right. When China still had wooden shit and they didn't have squat, it was the Soviets that supplied them. So this article I was reading said, for at least 40 years, the Soviets were the top tier. One of the biggest customers was China. So one of the things that goes along with these weapons is that they have operating systems, bro. It's not like these weapons are just one-offs. there's version 5, version 6, version 7. So if you're in China and you already know how to use the missile version 5, it's like the iPhone. When you get the next version, you're already up to speed. What are the chances, right, that you're going to start at ground zero with a completely different system and spend top dollar? You're not. So you're on the Soviet system, as the Middle East and others are on the American system.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now Russia gets into Ukraine. Russia shits the bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's got, I think, 7 operative top tier jets.
Right.
That's
I heard it
all
was
they
4. Yeah.
Right? Well, their air power is nothing. We're giving the Ukrainians like our old shit and scraps, and the Ukrainians are beating like the top Russian jets.
Right.
So the Soviets and the Russians, they were supplying everybody that wasn't down with the West. And now China is up to speed. And now China's supplying Russia with some light arms. And now China, this article said, is now moving into position to pick up the marketplace that Russia can no longer serve. And it makes sense because China is already familiar with their operating systems and their tech. And China is not going to be able to compete and go to like the Middle East or go to Israel and sell them Chinese drones that are top tier Chinese anti-aircraft missiles. But you know what they can do? They can go to Indonesia. They can go to Iran. They can go to places that have already bought Russian or Soviet tech. And so some people think that Xi's real goal here is to let Russia burn out and pick up their market and become the second world power. And we'll just have another Cold War with China. Fine. Supply everybody. There's nobody in our military supply chain that's going to be like, you know what? I'm tired of this American stealth stuff. Let's try the Chinese version. Guarantee it. I mean, would you?
No.
Not even.
Right. And so this article was saying that part of what's going on here is an emptying out of old weapons manufacturers, and they're bringing in the new one, and sort of China and the United States dividing up the world markets as to security and tech. And it's probably going to be in place for the next 50 years.
Right.
Does that make sense to you?
Hell yeah, that makes a lot of sense, bro. That makes a lot of sense, you know? China's made a lot of fucking money over the last 50 years, bro.
Right.
I mean, look what they've done. I mean, the whole world has turned to them for manufacturing of some goods or another, right? Textiles. Dude, and, you know, so much stuff.
Not only that, but think about this, brother. When Nixon's the one that goes to China and he sets up a trade deal. You got to remember, when Nixon goes to, dude, this is the same United States that fought a war in Vietnam for fear that it would be a communist country. That's 75. Nixon goes to the biggest Asian communist power in the world and starts brokering a business deal? How is that? How is that? How is that? How does that make sense in any universe other than, and why does China go along with it? Right?
Right.
How does that make sense in any universe unless the United States said, listen, China, what do you think about this? We'll be business partners. We'll help you get rich. We'll pretend like we don't care about communism anymore. And you guys care like you don't care about capitalism or who the fuck gives a shit, baby? Right? Money's green. And then we'll help you with tech. We'll get you up to speed. And once you get to parity with your big brother, the Soviet Union / Russia, tell you what, we'll start or destabilize an area near them. Maybe we'll increase NATO. What the fuck, right? they'll start a war. And once we bleed them dry of everything, who's going to be in the prime position to set up shop and call the shots? What do you say?
Damn, so you think that plan might have been set back fucking 45 years ago?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know I think so, bro, because China's decoupling now. Like, we're decoupling, they're decoupling. They argue, don't send anybody to Taiwan. Oh, we'll go crazy, right? And then we send Pelosi to Taiwan. And then, they say, well, don't let the Taiwanese president come to the United States. We let the Taiwanese president come to the United States, right? And then all of a sudden, so it looks like we're not working together. And we tell them, look, we're going to cut off the tech now. You're not going to get any more help ups. We got you to a certain position. We're done. We're bringing home all of our tech. We'll shoot a fucking couple of.
But let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
When you talk about that us bringing them up to speed, and they're the only shop in town, and this is what we're gonna do. What's the payoff for all that? There's got to be some. Yeah, there's got to be some gimme. We're gonna spend 50 years building you guys all back up, but what do you do for us?
Oh, well, the number one thing is, right? We put the biggest competitor to NATO, the biggest arch enemy to NATO, out of business. So all of that, Finland and everything, probably in 20, 30 years, is going to be joining NATO eventually. So we'll have complete control of Europe as an ally. Second, and this is important, we also got millions of peasants out of the farms and into the cities. And when we cut ties, good luck finding jobs. And you're going to have a huge thing like we had in the 60s, massive civil unrest. But they're going to have massive civil unrest at a time that's different because the technology and the social communication is different. It's not going to be as easy to contain. You're not going to be able to hose down people and burn them up. Then, right, we have most likely installed tons and tons of surveillance tech in their country. Guaranteed. There's no way you can't tell me that. Zero. So, hold on a second. Yeah, baby.
On Mama bed.
Okay, is that okay? Can you say goodnight to me?
Yeah, you guys sleep on the bed, Mama too.
I'm gonna sleep with you guys. Okay, is that okay? All right. All right. What do you mean? People know I'm a family man. Oh, all right. Hold on, I gotta give my kisses.
That's a cute kid, man.
So that's I think, yeah, dude, that's what we get. I think that, to be honest with you, I don't know that there's a true alternative to the West at this point. To be real, I don't know where you're going to go. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not even saying I like it. I'm just saying, you really looked at the world. Think about this. There really was a time where it was going to be like, well, are you with the communists or are you with the America? Is basically what it is.
Right.
What is it now? What's the alternative?
What are we going to gain from all this on both sides? You look at China now, and they're almost like a capitalist country because they're buying like crazy through goods and telephones, and they become more westernized. I've seen that happen. Them versus 50 years ago. Them 50 years ago, where they're more militant and communist, and it was about their dictator running shit. Now they're like, hey, let's go buy cars, let's go do this, and now they're all on tech and they're up with us. And so
drinking frappuccinos and shit.
What are you guys gonna? What's the next step? Where do you guys gonna go? It's like everybody's almost the same type of consumers, just have different ideologies in government, and that's it. It's like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna wipe each other off the planet, and then what's left? Nothing. You guys are gonna leave?
No, that. But that won't happen. So to me, I think you're right. Like, what's left? But the final push is that what we're also seeing around the same time is within the country, some internal strife, divisions that maybe we didn't anticipate. So in France, right, you've got Macron, who had to use like almost unique or rarely used powers to make French people work an extra 2 years. Mm-hmm. Now, in the United States, we don't protest shit like that. When our boss makes us work harder, we think it's a good thing and we don't get that pissed. The French, on the other hand, they still smoke cigarettes. And when they said you're going to have to work an extra 2 years, bro, they took to the streets.
I love
like
it.
It was Bastille Day, bro.
Love it.
Yeah,
they got the statement made by the fucking whoever was making the statements. The press was like, we don't want to work ourselves to death and then die, or spend our lives most of our lives working ourselves to death.
Dude, in France, there's garbage that's piled up like 50 feet in the air, and everybody, they all work together. Like
right. But
like,
France has
all that.
You know what's interesting though, Chuman, is France has that type of a history though, don't they?
Yes, they killed their king. They beheaded that.
Right, dude. The French all get down together, bro. You piss off a group of French, they're all going to jump you, bro.
Yeah, dude. Listen, what happens when you give people like soft hats like a beret and allow them to live on rotten cheese? Those people don't give a fuck, bro. We don't work. We'll just smoke.
Anybody who's eating, smoking cigarettes,
we don't care.
Consuming over a fucking cup of butter every fucking week, you know? Those guys are legit.
It's crazy, too. It's like in the United States, some like crazy scam artists will like defraud a pension fund of like $18 billion, and all these like 80-year-olds will lose their entire shirt. And what do we riot? No, we make these old people go to Walmart and they get a job as a greeter. They're like, well, at least I can do that. And you're like, that would never fly in France, bro. They would never stand for that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Damn, dude. It's I just don't know. You do help us out, and you do give us some, a different way to look at it, and pull it back a little bit. But I do have to agree with you, man. Start looking around the world, and I mean, there's some real problems out there, man. Oh, yeah. I just, you know what, Chuman? I just saw something the other day, and it was on, where were the Sandinistas out of?
Oh, shit, I can't remember.
Venezuela.
Sandinistas, I'll look it up. They're in Central America somewhere. Hold on.
Venezuela, I believe.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Double check.
Nicaragua.
Central.
Yeah, Nicaragua. Remember when white people were trying to say that with an accent? Nicaragua.
Yeah. Well, I think it was in Venezuela. I was watching something, and was it Venezuela? I think it was. Where's that crazy dictator at?
Which one? Venezuela, Colombia, what?
Venezuela.
Yeah.
Not Marcos.
Marcos, right? Marcos.
No, I think he was the Philippines, wasn't he?
Philippines. That's Marcos.
Well, anyways, man, they were fuck. I forget the guy's name, dude, but he was a big sham. That I saw
Maduro. Maduro?
No, I'm running a blank right now, but this fucking guy, that country, the people are using the currency, Chuman, $100 bills to make figures that they sell. They take and braid all the money because their fucking money is worth nothing now. Like they showed stacks of money, stacks of fucking $1,000 bills, and they're just in the street like trash. People are picking them because their money's worth nothing. It's incredible, man. Like, And that, I wish I really could explain, or I had more information to really describe, like, when shit starts going south in a country that's completely corrupt from top to bottom, they just break the fucking country. I mean, it's just horrible, bro. And I feel like when you start looking around the world at all this corruption and mismanagement and fucking sideways ass shit, you would never want to go there. You know, who wants to go live in Russia? You fucking kidding me? Who the fuck wants to go to China? China looks like the fucking most depressing place in the world, bro. You know, North Korea, get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't want to, like, and it's like these, I don't know, man. I agree with you, Chumahan. Like, a lot of people talk shit about the United States, but what other game in town are you really going to play?
True that.
Dude, check this out. Like, how many times have you seen one of those videos where somebody's like gets run over or whatever, and you can tell it's in Russia? Like, there's like a dash cam,
right?
And you look at that place, and it just looks depressing. You're like, I wouldn't live. I'd probably drink if I lived there too.
Yeah,
fucking.
You know? And I'm not down on the Russian people. Like, I love Russian language. I love the Russian, music. I even like those weird twisty towers that look like ice cream cones or whatever that is. But I'm not trying to live there. And it's not high on my list of places to visit before I die.
And you know what? Some people could argue and be like, but what about this place? And what about that place? And people, yeah, those places are beautiful, but their fucking economy is usually fucked up. That's why we're over there. Because it costs nothing to fucking, you know what I'm saying? People walking around with no shoes on, fishing for your ass. That's why it's beautiful and you like going there. It costs fucking $29 to stay at the resort for a fucking month.
Oh,
so,
are you kidding me?
You know what I'm saying?
And every American is trying to find the new cheap, beautiful place.
Right.
And then they get all pissed when everybody else hears about it and drives up all the prices.
A lot of these countries are like really unstable, man. And you don't know where they're going to be at in 5 years from now. You know?
Can you imagine buying land in one of those places? You spend like $300,000 and then the government switches hands and they're like, yeah, we're undoing all those deeds.
Yeah, dude, fucking like that shit, man. So I feel like, yeah, Juman, I mean, like you said, it might not seem right. It may seem like at some points in times unfair or bullying, but it is what it is, man. Yeah, and you kind of said something. You said something earlier, Chuman.
I apologize, but one last thing. Well, because we're still in Central America, don't forget, El Salvador passed a law to switch their currency to cryptocurrency.
Yeah, that's right.
And now look what's going on with it.
Dude, wait a minute. I fucking forgot that they did that. And they did it like right before crypto just fucking went down the drain, right? He's laughing at it.
And now it's like, so now what are they doing? Like,
so what is happening now over there? Does anybody know?
Nobody. We haven't heard shit. Nobody knows.
Was there any other places that flipped over completely? Weren't there?
No, just El Salvador. That was their great idea.
Fuck, man, dude. So, man.
At the time, when they first did it, it seemed like, wow, look at this, forward looking. That was right around the same time that old Blue Eyes' friend, that big guy from Colorado, was like, yep, we're lending money on Bitcoin. Now it's kind of like everyone's like,
Let me ask you something, Chuman. How does somebody from a third world, and I'm not trying to put anybody down, but I want to be clear on this. How is it that, a bunch of people got together in El Salvador and made this decision, right? We're going to make crypto and we're going to do this. But how do you come to that decision if those people don't really have the education and the understanding to even play that game? You get what I'm saying? Like, the country's already, they're not up to par with where we're at. I don't know that they had any business trying to do that. They're way over their head. No or yes?
I agree with you 1,000%. And I had that thought at the time. And when we talked about it on the show, it sounded loony, but I was like, you know what? I mean, the CIA is always in Central America.
Right.
And they somehow, El Salvador is like, you know what? Let's just go to cryptocurrency. Fuck it. Who needs paper? That's the past. We'll just go to crypto. And like no one in the United States said shit. No one anywhere else said shit. How much you want to bet?
That was a trial?
Oh, it was a trial. And while the trial was going on, the CIA and all the thugs and the drug people that we supply all around the world were just sending money.
Oh, dude, for sure. It was just a big bank. It was just a big laundering operation, right?
Easily. We turn an entire country. It has to be, because the way we got fucked up the last time is we had to go to Iran to get poppy or money or whatever to get arms to the Contras, and then we had to bring cocaine into the ghetto.
You know what? You open up something. You know what, Shuman? Shuman, you know what? You make a good point, because if that's what happened and everybody went nuts, they're like, we get to bypass all these restrictions now because it's a straight up, and it started going nuts. What if the other players in the world started seeing it and were like, this is out of control. Let's just completely destabilize fucking crypto, and we'll get rid of that problem in Salvador. We'll just get rid of the whole problem from the fucking gate. You know what I'm saying? That might be, because it went down maybe like 6 months before crypto took a shit, maybe 90 days. You know, so that's crazy, well, sure, Chuman. I never thought about that.
So, dude, the stuff is happening at a
Russia's gonna turn over to fucking crypto next. Russia's gonna turn over to crypto next.
Yeah, like it was kind of it was crazy. It was like, wow.
Let's make as much money as we can in 90 days before they shut the whole thing down. But we're all gonna, officials and all of them are gonna make money. The country's gonna be in a fucking decimated. But like, there's like 100 motherfuckers that are gonna get paid, and then we'll just scram as soon as the fucking right. It's horrible. That's what's happening, man. That's the kind of shit that's going down.
For sure. That's why even when. Because it's crazy. Even when I saw some article where it was like Brazil allowed Iran, like 2 Iran ships to be in port, like their battleships to be in port. And I looked at the dimensions of the Iranian battleships, and they were basically like tankers that had been, they just put some guns on some old oil tankers, and that was their destroyer. And they came to Brazil, and we kind of like, we're like, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. But then the other side of me was like, every time that we want to do something illegal, we always involve Iran. Like Iran-Contra, like, yeah, there are enemies somehow, yet somehow we're always somehow involved with something that's going on with those dudes.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, me personally, I'd give anything. I don't know what goes on. I don't know if there's like a room with a golden door and you walk inside and there's like 2 bald-headed old dudes and they can see everything that's going on. I'd give anything to go in there.
Yeah, man. It's, I don't know, man. It's crazy, partner.
And that's why I was saying that what we're seeing now seems to be like internal weirdnesses. Like I think the Trump, like whatever the Trump following or whatever this movement is, I think that it's similar to what's going on in France, what's going on in other countries, except in the United States, our laws are such a crazy maze and Byzantine, and we have a federal and then a state agencies that, because we're such a bureaucracy, it's actually really hard to pull off a real coup in the United States. I think there's so many bureaucrats and desk jockeys and all these people that it's really hard. You can't just do it.
Yeah, I think JFK was the last coup that they pulled off,
bro. And they were able to kill JFK. But I don't think a strong man can come into the United States and take over. Not because there might not be people who want that, but
people that are going to stop that.
There's too many procedures. They try to get Pence. Remember? I mean, They try to get the vice president of the United States to not do his job on the day after the elections and all the votes were in. I really think about that. And then when he didn't, all these crazy racists like went down there with like nooses and guns and killed a cop.
Fucking unbelievable, bro.
And then Trump gets arrested, and then he calls to defund the police. Yeah. After he talked all that shit against Black Lives Matter people, he talked so much shit for so many years. I see the hand. So many years. And then he gets arrested. It's like, all right, that's it. No more cops.
It's fucking ridiculous, man. Fuck Trump. You know, that's all I got to say,
well,
man.
He is going to get fucked.
Well, look at he's waving his hand to 5 minutes, and that's a whole nother discussion. We got to get into the Trump thing.
Dude, this is Empire Strikes Back. What you're about to see is the Empire Strike Back against Trump. He made an ass out of everybody. That is true. Right. But they're going to come down on him now so heavy and so hard, you're just going to see a puddle of grease and a shit stain on the mattress.
Damn. He's about to get zapped, huh?
Turn into orange pudding.
Dude, the only thing more embarrassing than Trump is his son.
God damn, dude. Those people are they're all fucked up. These people think they're running something. You know?
Dude, Don Jr., when his dad got indicted, Don Jr., he went like live and his face was all red and his eyes were puffing. He was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to look deeper into this. I might even make some phone calls and find out what the hell is going on. And I thought to myself, if my first defense against being wrongly accused or attacked or whatever is some spineless, hairless little weasel-faced kid who says he's going to make a couple of phone calls, I'm going to kill my own self.
Yeah. True. Yep. The only thing he's going to do is call the fucking massage parlor next to 7-Eleven and go fucking try and get a happy ending from some fucking 19-year-old boy. That's all he's going to do.
That's right. Him and whatever
him
that
and Matthew
name,
Perry
Santos,
or whatever fucking him, Joe Santos and Matthew Perry, all of them together, fucking sons of bitches. Fuck them. Shit. Well, listen, Schumann. Listen, man, I'm glad everybody's safe over there, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. Listen, brother, you got some clarity today. I know it's sometimes frustrating, listeners. I know it's overwhelming, and I'm hoping that today maybe my partner was able to break down. He certainly did for me, and give us a little insight, give us some different ways to perceive what's going on and some things to think about. Because that's what we do at the Hard Luck Show, you know? We open it up, we knock it around, we throw it around, you know? And we take a look at things from different angles, you know, and see if we can
smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
Yeah. Now, www.supermaxhardware.com. Go check us out. Some gear. Our sponsors are Enzo's Pizzeria. Fantastic eggplant parm sandwiches you sent over today. Thank you, Enzo's Pizzeria in Westwood. Bolt CBD, Alien CBD. Man, get with it, bro. Those are sponsors. You guys are good guys. Vibes at Vibes Rolling Papers and at Cookies SF on Instagram. Give us a shout. Burner, Cookies Family, Vibes, Esteban Oriel, and the Soul Assassins, Mugs, Alchemist, everybody. Shout outs to all you guys. And always listen to the Hard Luck Show on Mondays and Thursdays, 2 times a week. Chumahan, what do you got, brother?
Avonda Bowen LLP. We wear braids to court, let the tomahawks fly, the best legal representation that money can buy, and starting my own American Indian gun club. Come on, bring your weapons. We'll shoot the shit out of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got, Mike?
Got Mike Angel Photography, but I want to thank Chumahan, Lucky, and Old Blue Eyes for the information you're sharing today and the knowledge that you do have, brother. You are intense, amazing, and you're a dope human being. Always remember that, Chu.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Shit.
You're amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Well,
I want to, before we go to Old Blue Eyes, let me just thank the team for being supportive when I had to rush home on a family emergency. You guys are the best. You guys put it all together, and it was seamless, and I appreciate the support. So thank you, you guys.
Of course.
Word, brother.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
There's only one thing left to say, and that's www.hardluckshow.com.
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, you guys. Listen, we're out of here. Peace in the Middle East.